Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game, so he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat, any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. DJ Reader there on the tackle. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Second down, here's Chubb again. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he... said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And they will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TV. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. Looking to throw. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Browns! David Njoku. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more...
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Now Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Mixon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Let's go. Either
not a tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects.
And got his man complete. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. A run for Nick Chubb. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe. So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit. And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And this will be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll set up to throw. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now back to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better. Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat. I was going to say, don't forget about him. No, don't take him totally out of the game. So we have reached halftime here. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the 2nd half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. A gain of 6 there on first.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right?
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here's 2nd and 9.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
109 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be third and forever. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be third and a mile. They'll set up a throw.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will get the lead up to 14.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
This one fielded at the 5 and able to get this out to the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again.
And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
That catch good for only a couple.
But these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
From just shy of midfield, Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On third down, Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst.
Touchdown, Bengals! Hayden Hurst with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
148 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you